we talked about it a little bit off screen, and this not necessarily a quick hitter. Well, we talked about it a little bit off screen, and you just mentioned how like this is one of the first interviews that you've taken in a while, and I definitely appreciate that and just want to acknowledge that. I definitely don't take that for granted or take that lightly at all. If however comfortable you are with how deep you want to go with it, speak to kind of some of the things that you've been experiencing and dealing with in the past few months that was kind of the reason for you being a little bit laid back or kind of closed off in a sense, and just speak to how that's kind of affected life for you at this point and how you're moving forward with it.
No, for sure. Like these last couple of months have been a little tough for me, man. I'm just trying to just stay home, stay close to family, stay, out the way because, it's just God always has a way of showing you that, just like that, He can take your life away. And I recently, one of my closest friends just passed away. One of my partners, like one of the people that was with me when I first started boxing at a very young age, and his life was just taken. It was just tragic. The way it was gun violence due to gun violence here in my city, in my hometown, and it just taught me that you can't take life for granted, man. One day you're here, one day you're not. I remember seeing him like the week before that happened. He came to the gym, he was saying, "What's up?" I was like, "Yo, what's up, man? When you coming back? You gotta get back to it." He's like, "Yeah, I know, bro. I'm gonna come back, bro. I'm just trying to, flip back right and, get my money back up that way, because he's always, it's a common theme here, it's low income families, everybody's just trying to make it out. Everybody's just trying to like, you know, flip a dime just to like you get me, just to move to be able to eat,
Yeah.
and it's something that it doesn't really get talked about too much here. It's always like thrown to the side or under the rug. But it's still like very true to me, and still very true to people in my community, and a lot has to change in my city, but one day at a time. And I don't really hold anything against anybody. It's just that was my close friend, and I'm pretty sure people have lost people. Like it's normal, it's part of life, and we're not all gonna be here forever. So, but he was very young, and it just impacted me. It hit home. I never really had anyone pass other than my uncle. That passed a couple years ago. That was really close to me, and it really hit home because it was like, bro, like we were just here. We were just here together. It was just it's one of your friends. You're young, you don't really see them, and I just and it was really tough for me these couple months because I couldn't even go outside, man. I couldn't even like go like to the Walmart, or the store where it happened. And it's just happened in a very messed up way, man. And it's still hard for me to talk about. I'm very close to his family. We always talk. We always make sure that we're there for each other, and it was very hard for them. And it's just I just try to stay strong, and then and use it as motivation for sure. Make sure that that energy doesn't get turned into something negative that can cause even more problems for my family. Or it's just part of maturing too. Knowing that sometimes you just gotta let it go because that street shit doesn't really get you anywhere, man. It just creates a cycle of just hatred, and it's not a good place to be around if you want to make changes and you want to be world champion. So that's probably that's what keeps me. That's just another reason for me to go harder now. For my friend. And I love him to death. My boy Nathan Byers, man. Long live Nate, man. But yeah, man.
Absolutely, man. No, very, very sorry to hear about the loss, man. But thank you, like, just for even being open enough to speak about it and just speak about like how you've been navigating it. I think there's a lot of people that deal with loss and deal with death, whether it be your first experience or unfortunately if it's kind of in bunches. I experienced a similar death in terms of a very close friend of mine earlier this year as well, and it does give
But
you just I appreciate it, man. But it does give you that perspective of just knowing that, like, man, life is short and it's never guaranteed. So you gotta do what you gotta do to make, the most of it. And ultimately, just take care of yourself, like whether that be making sure, you literally taking care of yourself in a physical sense, spiritual sense, but also just making sure you keep, the right people around you, making sure, you keep your family close, all of that good stuff. So, man, definitely just props to, like staying strong through everything and using it as motivation to just keep going. I mean, I think the response to trauma is way, more important than, how it makes us feel in the moment, no matter, how valid those feelings and emotions may be. So yeah, yeah, man, I feel that that's always tough. Um, final, yeah. Oh, yeah,
That
no, appreciate it,
get
man.
tough, man. It's sometimes we can reach a very dark place when we lose people that are close to us like that, and especially if it's gun violence, man. It's something that don't get me wrong. We're in Florida, so it's a gun state, but it's still like it's just you never really think it's a problem till the problem hits home. You get me?
Yeah,
That's when
yeah, for
yeah,
sure. Yeah, yeah, man.